Hi. So this series is going to be for the lower back. Lower back pain or discomfort or tightness can come from a ton of things. We're not going to get into too much of that, but often the source is not the lower back itself. So if you're experiencing lower back pain for any reason, or discomfort or tension, we'll say, in your lower back, this will be one for you. This is good for people who are sitting too much, or this is good for people that are doing a lot of running or a lot of powerful movements that maybe bring the knees up towards the chest, squatting a lot. So if your focus is on a lot of energy, putting a lot of energy into having the legs flex and maybe not stretching as much, well, this will be good for you. So you might need a strap for this one, where I'm going to give you an alternative where you won't need a strap to do these stretches, but enjoy. So you can do these series 2 times. We're going to do relatively short. We're going to do 30 seconds, which will be a good start, and you want to do these after you do exercise. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So the first one we're going to do is for the hamstring. So you're going to start with your legs pointed forwards. Okay. From the side, though, we're going to see a few key things. Whereas often what we'll do with a hamstring stretch is sort of let the back arch. What ends up happening is we don't target the hamstring as much. We're doing the hamstring because it stretches up, okay, up into the back, okay, up through the hamstring, actually from the bottom of the foot all the way back up the calf, through the hamstring, across the ligaments and muscles in the pelvis, and into the lower back. So what we want to really be focusing on is not letting that back slouch, but like you're flattening or arching your back. Okay, so don't let the back curve, let the back flatten. So from the front, what you're going to be doing is we're going to choose one leg. So we're going to start, for me it's the left, for you it'll be the right leg. So I want you to pull your toes towards you, rotate the foot inwards, okay, and then I want you to rotate the femur inwards. The other leg just comes in ever so slightly, and the foot is bent. I don't want it in too far that you start slouching. So just in a little bit towards you and bent, okay, just so it sort of flops to the side. So we've got this leg nice and tight. Now I want you to do that thing we said about flattening the back, okay? Don't let it, so you're going to sit tall. You might already be feeling tension. And you might also notice that your foot has started to fall out already. So I want you to bring that foot back in. I want you to pull the toes towards you. You're going to feel tension building up. And I want you to get tall. I want you to think of this stretch through as something that's going through an entire chain in the body, not just a specific area. So you're standing tall. It's like someone's pulling your ears up tall. Then I want you to put your hands up like you're doing a stop sign, and then push through the arms. Turn the fingers to point downwards, and the fingers are bent back. And now I'm pushing through the arms, pushing through the heel, okay? Keeping that back tall. Okay, and what we're going to start doing is we're going to start bringing the belly button forward. Maybe it goes forward a centimeter, and that's okay. Maybe it doesn't move at all. Maybe this position is enough for you and you feel tension. Okay, and we're going to hold this one for 30 seconds. I'm going to show you from the side. Okay, so I've just got the leg bent ever so slightly. I don't want to be slouching. I bring the toes towards me, turn it in, bring the back as tall as I can, tall spine, stop sign, turn. Okay, and now for me, it's going to be just a little bit of a movement. That's all it is. Okay. Keep pushing through your heel, keep pulling your toes back. We're starting the count now. 30 seconds, okay? Keep yourself tall through the spine. Okay? Keep that back flat. Don't let it arch out. I want to keep the back flat. Keep going tall through the spine. Think of a stretch from your toes, under your foot, all the way in the back of your leg, through your hamstring. You might feel a bit of tension in your back, and that's okay. And stretch up through the head and keep pushing your hands forward. Okay? Keep going. Another 10 seconds. Okay, relax the head. Relax the arms. Relax the back. Relax the leg. So that's side 1. We're going to move on to side 2. Just give me a sec. Same thing again. So this one, for me, it's my right side. Maybe from you, it looks like the left side. So I'm going to let the foot, bring the toes towards me, turn the toes in, let the leg fall in while not losing this tension in the toes. And the other leg, the heel is in line with the sit bone, the bone that you sort of sit on. bend this toe backwards and let the leg flop. If it feels too tight, move it out a little bit. Tall through the spine, bring the pelvis forward to flatten the back. Tall through the head like someone's lifting your ears. Stop, turn, push through the hands, and here we go, 30 seconds. I want you to breathe while you're doing this. Really focus on breathing, okay? Relax into this. Yeah, it's a lot of tension, and that's okay. Don't try and kill yourself here, okay? Just let yourself discover this posture. Feel where your body actually wants to take you. If there's tension, just breathe into that tension, okay? Like for me, I feel a little bit of my lower, in my hip in the back. So I'm going to bring my breath in there and relax. And then slowly, you're going to see as the stretch goes on, you want to gain, okay? So there you go, that's 30 seconds. That's the first one down. We're going to rotate around now. We're going to go to the, one of the groin muscles, the gracilis. So, from the, you're going to be on one knee, and the other knee leg, I want you to put it out to the side, and then turn the foot to point up. Maybe you already feel a tension building up in the inside of your thigh. Again, I want you to flatten your back, okay? And I want you to get your spine tall, bring your hands forward. You're going to see a lot of these movements. And again, pushing through the hands, okay? So with this one, you don't want to fall inwards. You want to, again, bring the pelvis forward ever so slightly. Keep that toe turned out towards you, okay? Keep trying to tuck the pelvis under, okay? And while you're doing that, you turn the leg out. See, I want this foot to be turned out. So we're going to start here, 30 seconds. Keep turning the foot out, keep breathing, keep tucking the pelvis under. Keep going tall like someone's pulling your ears up towards the ceiling. And discover your length through this stretch, okay? You're just stretching in all directions, you're gaining length. This doesn't happen overnight, but you're going to feel better after one session. So be regular with your stretching. Okay? Let me do the other side now. So I put my weight onto this knee. I bring the other leg out to the side at a comfortable distance. Okay? I really want to pull those toes towards me, turn my foot outwards, and again with the pelvis, okay? I bring it under. I want to flatten my lower back. I also don't want to be turning towards this leg. I want to keep my hips square and then pull that toe backwards. So I'm pushing through the heel, I'm pushing down through the knee, my pelvis is back, someone's pulling my ears up towards the sky, my hands are pushing forward, and then we start. And if you feel any tension, breathe into it. Take a big breath in, into that tension. And as you relax, you're going to feel you can increase the range. So for me, I breathe in, and as I breathe out, I feel I can turn my foot more, I can pull it more towards me, I can bring my pelvis under more, and I can get taller. Good, so that's for the inside. We're going to work our way around now. So we've done the back, we've done a little bit of the middle. We're going to now do the psoas. So for the psoas, very people often talk about it, but it attaches onto the spine, so it could be the source of a lot of lower back pain. So I've got one foot forward, I've got my weight on the other knee. I want to look back, and so my toes are planted, and I want to see my heel, so I turn my heel up. Okay? From the side, it looks roughly like this. Okay? So my toes are planted, and then my heel goes outwards. So if I look back, I see the edge of my heel, and you want to focus on that for the whole session. Okay? So the other thing I do again, flatten the back. It's absolutely imperative that you do this to build up the tension that we want in the front. So I'm going to come back around to the front. Okay? Toes in, heels out, pelvis is turned. Okay? So then I feel my back flatten. It's like my pubic bone's coming up towards my belly button. Tall through the spine, being pulled through the ears. The hands go forward, turn. And now what I don't want you to do is, when you're in this position, is to fall forward, okay? Because we lose all tension here. So when we get into this position, it's a tuck, we see the flattening in the back. Then I want you to start bringing this knee forward. It's like the belly button's going forward, but if you feel yourself falling, we'll stop. So now we're going to start, 30 seconds. I'm going tall through my spine. I'm breathing. I'm keeping that back heel turned outwards with my toes planted. I'm pulling as much as I can up through my pelvis to flatten my back. Tall through the spine, pushing through my hands. So with my fingers, I want to open them up towards me. Okay? Keep doing that. That tension is going to increase the stretch. So now I feel it's getting a little bit looser. I can stretch a little bit more forward. Okay, good. That's 30 seconds. We're going to do the other side. So I had my right leg forward. No, I didn't. I had my left leg forward. So I'm going to have my right leg forward now. Right leg forward. Knee is down. Get your balance. Sometimes this can be a challenge. If you have to bring your leg out to the side, that's fine for balance. If you need to hold something, that's fine as well. So I look back at my heel. I turn it outwards. Okay, my body's nice and tall. I bring my pubic bone up towards my belly button. So we feel the tension build in the front of the leg. Make sure you didn't lose your heel in the back. Okay, someone's pulling my ears up tall. I do a stop and turn. And now the knee starts to go forward. Keeping that spine tall. Again, breathe into this space. Wherever you feel the tension, breathe into that space. So we're expanding. From that space of tension, we're expanding like through the whole body. We're creating tension in one spot, but it's going through the whole body. So there might be tension otherwhere that shows up. Another 10 seconds. Good. Relax the arms, relax the hands, shake it out a bit. Okay, this is where you might need a strap. If you need a strap, if you find you can't access your foot in this stretch, I'm going to show you a variation. No strap for today. So for this one, you really want to bring that knee back. Okay, bring the knee back as far as you can. You lean forward, and with your opposite hand, okay, you want to grab that foot. Okay, once you grab that foot, you bend the foot. So grab the ankle, bend the foot, find your balance, come up onto your knee. Okay, and I want that same thing with the pelvis. The pelvis is tilted backwards, so the pubic bone comes up. Okay, with the other hand, okay, so the same arm as the leg that's bent backwards, I'm going to reach up and forward, creating space in the front of the hip into the quad. So we're going to count for 30. If you can't do this, it'll be a simple variation. You're going to go onto your stomach, and with the opposite hand, squeeze your knees together. With the opposite hand, you're going to grab your ankle, which is bent, okay? And you're going to bring the foot, the heel towards your butt, and you're going to stretch out with the other hand, okay? So really keep those knees together. That's critical here. So if that's what's accessible for you, then that's really okay. From the front, it looks like this, okay? So I'm lifting the foot up, opposite hand across, grab the ankle, bend the foot, and then stretch, pulling the foot towards you. And I want you to keep the knees together, and I want you to push the knee so it's like you're going towards your foot. So you're lengthening the quad. Same thing with the pelvis. Always, we want in this series of exercises, the pelvis is going backwards to flatten it. We don't want to arch the back. So get in the position. Find the one that works for you. Knee back, grab the ankle, or lying on your stomach. Either one's okay. It's where you are. Find your balance. Say hi to the cat. Okay. And we go forward. Five more seconds. And we switch sides. And we move the cat out of the way. Go on, buddy. So I have my left leg back. I'm going to bring my right leg back. So I take a step forward. I drive that knee backwards. Okay? And keep my weight down with the opposite hand. So my right leg's back. My left arm grabs it. Bring it towards my butt. Find my balance onto my knee. Bring that hand in rotation forward. Bring the pelvis back. Pushing through. For this one, I'm going to do the one on my stomach for everyone. So again, pelvis, flatten the back, opposite hand to opposite knee.
Opposite ankle, I'm sorry. Bring your knees together. Keep your knee flat. Straighten the top arm. 30 seconds.
All right, that's 30. That's our glute, and to finish off, the creme de la creme is going to be a lower back exercise. I know you can't see my face right now, so we're just going to move the everything here. All right. So for this one, you want to find the corner of a wall. You can find a doorway. For me, I've got a cabinet, a mirror here, and I can put my legs up the side because you really want to get your butt into the wall. Okay. So the first thing you do, your legs are wrapping around the side so you can get your bum flat against the wall. Okay. I'm lying on my side, my bum is flat. Then I bring my legs up. Okay. And what you want to feel is that your bum is hitting the wall or the mirror or whatever it is, and your tailbone is pushing into the ground. If you try and straighten your legs and your tailbone is floating, that's no good. So I want you to bend your knees as much as you have to until you feel your tailbone pressing. Then, as you keep pressing the tailbone, start straightening the legs. Okay, for me, I get about almost straight, but not quite, and that's absolutely perfect. That's where I am right now. So again, you're going to rotate, bring your toes towards your face, rotate your feet inwards, rotate your hips inwards, and you're already going to feel probably a pretty good tension down the back of your legs. Keep thinking about that tailbone, okay? Keep pushing it into the ground and pushing it into the wall. So, next thing you're going to do with the hands, doing the stop sign, turn. So now my fingers are pointed at my knees. And then I want you to lift your arms over your head while keeping the fingers bent backwards so that tension is maintained. Keep your stomach relaxed. Now check your feet. Did your feet get released? Okay, are your feet still turned in? Are your feet still pulling towards you? Okay, so maintain all those parameters. Make sure your tailbone's stuck in the ground. That's really number one. And now last thing you want to do is have as if someone's pulling your ears above your head. So your head's getting taller. So I'm pushing through my hands maximally. I'm lifting my rib cage, not just the arms. The rib cage is going up. Okay, pushing like I'm holding a car over my head that's going to fall on me. Okay, I'm also pushing through my heels while also pushing down into my tailbone. So we're pushing in these stretches. We're pushing in two directions. This is an ELDOA for your final vertebrae, the L5. So I'm pushing. We're going to start the count now. Okay, 1 minute. This one. Keep pushing through your heels. Keep turning your toes inwards. Keep turning your hips inwards. Okay, your thighs. Keep pushing your tailbone into the ground. Keep pushing, keeping your fingers bent. Keep pushing your hands above your head. Keep your chin tucked in. Check your stomach. Are you breathing lightly through your stomach or is it clenched? You want that to be relaxed. Okay, pushing the tailbone down, the heels up. Don't give up. You got this. Okay, another 30 seconds. Don't give up. Keep pushing through your heels. Keep turning your hips in. Keep bringing your toes towards your face. Is your tailbone flat? Okay? Are you lifting up above your head? Do you feel tension? You should have maximal tension everywhere in your body right now. Keep going. Don't quit. We're down to the last 10 seconds. Keep pushing. Tuck your chin in. Push, 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 push. 3, 2, 1. Oh, glorious. Well-deserved break. Okay? Take a deep breath. Pat yourself on the chest or on the head. You did a great job. And here's a key for you. I don't want you to bend your knees so that your tailbone comes off the ground now. If you want to keep your legs up here, it's a beautiful stretch. You can stay there for 5 or 10 minutes. If not, if you bend, just turn to the side. Let yourself come out. Okay? And then come up. And what you probably want to see now is just the level of movement that you have in your body. Okay? So stand up, test it out and see. So you can do this anytime you want. After a training session. Don't do this one before because these are long static stretches, but this is a great recovery stretch post running, post workout, if you have tension in the lower back. Yeah, so enjoy that and keep moving, folks.